Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long goes 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long goes 1975.
Welcome to another arcade versus home port comparison video. In this video I'll be taking a look at Alien Syndrome, released by Sega in the arcades in 1987, and comparing it to its home port on the Sharp X6800 that was many years later in 1992. Basically it's a top-down run-and-gun game where you play as either Ricky or Mary, or both of them, as it is one or two simultaneous players, and you are Space Marines. That's the most un-Space Marine names ever. No offense if you are called Ricky and or Mary and are in fact Space Marines. But yeah, you have to board a bunch of ships and rescue a certain number of hostages, allowing you to escape, triggering a countdown to when the ship blows up, and you will have to face hordes and hordes and hordes of a different variety of aliens, and then after, you know, a couple of levels and stuff like that, you will have to face bosses. Some of the designs in this, because they're supposed to be grotesque, and obviously it borrows heavily from, well, I would say Aliens, the movie that was released the year prior, and probably they looked at games like Gauntlet and thought, you know, we can do something like this. It was extremely well received. Look up the flyer. The images on the flyer for the original arcade are absolutely awesome as well, and I remember seeing the adverts for them in the magazines for the home ports. Was it Ace who ported it? At least the Spectrum, I'm not sure. They had really grotesque images and stuff like that, and it looked, well, cool. There are elements of, you know, you can use a map to, you know, try and locate the hostages, and there are various weapons. It's bullshitterically hard, as I probably already said, and it was ported to excuse me, aliens give me a gacky throat, ported to absolutely everything, including the Atari ST, the Amiga, the Game Gear, the Commodore 64, DOS, MSX. There was an unofficial Tengen NES port. I say unofficial because it had nothing to do with Nintendo. I wonder how Sega felt about it getting their games, you know, on Nintendo system via Tengen, or did it just think, screw you Nintendo, our game's on your system? There's a Master System version, which is the one most people remember, and I have played it, but I'm not a fan of it. Obviously there's a Spectrum version, which I have played, and it's alright, and the Sharp X6800, which we'll be playing in this video, which is supposedly, we will find out, arcade perfect. I don't think I ever came across a cabinet in my travels as a youth, in either Westward Ho, Western Supermare, or Minehead. But let's get into it. Right, so we're going to be Ricky. Your mission, your comrades have been... Great, thanks for letting me read that.
The time bomb is dead.
Look, because I'm playing this on the Astro City Mini, by the way, so I can either fire or I can hold down, but hammering seems to be more effective than turbo. There's lovely parallax with like the struts above you. Your default gun is crap, mainly because it's so bloody hard. I do like that's a satisfying pop. So bloody hard to see your lasers. Oh shit. I was facing the wrong way. Right, is that hostage? Right, number of hostages you have to rescue is at the bottom, but don't you only have to rescue a certain number? To the right of that at the bottom of the screen is time. So time is ticking down straight away. Shit. Get a decent gun. Oh, the guns are on the wall vents. The wall vents are on the walls, but flamethrowers are best. Don't think unless when I did play it on main years ago, don't think I ever got, you know, past level 1 boss without basically, because you can't in this version, hammering a shit ton of virtual credits. The levels are quite big, they are nice, the parallax is great, I do really like it. The graphics, especially on the aliens, are really detailed and stuff like that. I mean, it's a 1987 arcade machine, but it's not a sprite scaler, so, you know. Was it run on? System 16? Probably not, that's a guess. By all means, correct me down below. Oh! Right. Map! Oh no, I've got a little... He thinks he's Gradius. I am aware I'm shite at this. Do we just get 3 lives? Wow, are you shitting me? What's the point of credits if you can't continue? Your comrades have been captured by agents destroyed. So there's a quite chunk of... Can't remember what that reminds me of. Get ready for action. Something like that. Stay on your toes. They're coming out the goddamn walls. I like to keep this around for close encounters, etc, etc. See what I did there? Now, even though I'm struggling massively at this, I see when you hit the map, it puts you at the top left-hand corner of the screen. Oh, I do like that noise. Very satisfying pop and or rubber bandy noise. Both people have different guns then as default, but basically, power-wise, they're exactly the same. Ooh, the music's... It's limited, but it's kind of atmospheric and imposing, which I guess is what they were going for. Get rid of those ones. They're dirty bastards. They flob. Aliens have no manners. They just keep spawning as well. Doors. See, I mean, look at the way they're cocooned. Aliens much? That's a good thing. I mean... It's a homage. Nothing wrong with that. Oh! I would have liked a rotatey stick. Not on this I'm playing on. Like, they should have done that. Fuck it. In the arcade machine. Because some of these angles are a bit clunky. Seems to be best to take them side on. I don't know what that... That's a very Doctor Who original series noise, isn't it? Alright, does it tell me when I can leave? Yoink! Like I said, the music's very limited, but I love it. Right, he's not cocooned. He's just standing there like a plum. But to be fair, I probably would as well. I'd be petrified. 2 left. The variety of levels is quite good. I have seen more levels than I am going to be able to show you here. Again, I was using MAME and just chucking in virtual credits up the wazoo. Made me feel rich. Oh, look at that. The stuff at the top of the screen is changing colour. Right, can I leave? Shit. I'm going to see if I can leave. No. I was sure you could leave. There he is in there. Shitballs. Oh, hey, enjoy the pretty explosion. That's a bit naff actually, isn't it? Never said I was any good at these things. 1, your mission has failed. Try again. Rescue your comrades. Okay. Hey, let you read that screen, eh? Game over. Right, one more go. No continues. Especially, I mean, I know this is your original ROM, but you could have played around with it or something and, like, give us continues. That's brutal. Destroy the enemy and rescue them. Right, get to the bottom. So what, that's 6 rounds? Who does that remind me of? Kind of a bit Robocop-y as well, to be fair. This gun is crap. Starting at the top and are working our way down. Why would you leave home without any other weapon but this? Yoink! I should probably use the map more. No, I should not probably. I should use the map more. Right, we'll go around here, then we'll go in those 2 buildings. That's so Doctor Who-y. I know I just said that, but that really is so Doctor Who-y. I'm running away from you. Oh, look at the range on his flob. Holy cow. Don't like them. I know you're not really supposed to like them. I am aware of that. Oh look, I got a little drone and stuff. Yay. Oh, now I'm cooking on gas. Seriously. Who wants a pizza? Ooh. Gotta get on a bit close, wasn't it? Right. 2 left. Sure there's a 1 left. He's over here. More green flobby blokes? Or did they just come out the same, like one generator? Oh. Spawn them. I don't know. 87 did it say? There he is. There you are. I see you. Peekaboo. Oh, he sounds like Porkins in the Death Star run at the end of A New Hope. Battle of Yavin bit. Come from behind. Is it Porkins? I don't know. There you go. At least you got to see level 1. I've got to try and... Oh. It's brutal, this. I'm just going to get in there. Look at this. I know this is not the way to do it. Well, there you go. You got to see the first boss. I thought the first boss was the one that looks like a baby's head. And didn't they repeat him in Alien Storm as some of the smaller aliens on the first level? I don't know. Let's have a look at Alien, I was going to say Alien Storm then, Alien Syndrome on the Sharp X6800. Supposedly arcade perfect. So here we go with Alien Syndrome running on the Sharp X6800, released in 1992, so 5 or so years after the original arcade game. So obviously there's going to be a resolution difference on this machine compared to the arcade machine, and also you've got to remember that I'm emulating the arcade machine that I just played on my, well, I'm emulating on it, but it, you know, it's an actual Sega system, the Astro City Mini, whereas I'm emulating the Sharp X6800 on my laptop. Can you imagine explaining that to Ickle me all those years ago? Look, we're going to play the arcade game, then we're going to play an arcade perfect version of the arcade, but we're going to do both of those, not actually on the systems that they were created for. We're going to do it on other systems that are running those systems. Mind exploded. So this was ported by Dempa, who did most of the Sega ports, I believe, on the Sharp X68000. And the elephant in the room, I can tell you immediately, is the colour. The colour is way more popping. I mean, also, you would hope this was arcade perfect. If you look at some of the... Speech is fantastic. And I'm playing it on an Xbox One pad, and I'm playing it on analog. Yeah, look at the colours. And I lost my train of thought. This gun is as crap as it is in the arcade. Points. There's parallax. Scrolling seems to be a little bit choppy, you're not going to lie. Oh. Oh. Noises are just... Look at all the... Obviously, bottom of the screen. The layout of the screen, all your score and stuff like that. The hostages at the bottom, the time to the right of that are the same. But because the colour's popping, it's so much more. I can actually see the beam in my crap gun. I just realised that. I can see it's untraditional in the sense that you've got to go up to the wall and get your new gun. My brain's just accustomed to, you know, well, it should be on the floor, shouldn't it? I should just run over it. You know, it's a basic human right as a Space Marine. I'm assuming we are Space Marines, even though we're wearing pyjamas. Plays pretty much exactly the same thing arcade. It seems to be a little bit faster. Might be an emulation thing. The scrolling has definitely got choppy issues. Now I don't think that's an emulation thing, because everything I've thrown at this, you know, at this emulator on this laptop, you know, Ghouls and Ghosts, stuff like that, it's worked pretty much fine. Ooh, floppy bloke didn't get me. It's good to know. Right. I mean, you would hope so on a machine that was, what, $7 grand or something ridiculous. It would be arcade perfect. But can you imagine if this was what you got to play as a kid? The bragging rights you would have. Who wants to come around my house and play arcade perfect versions? I know I say this every Sharp X6800 video I do, but arcade perfect versions of, you know, Super Hang-On, Ghouls and Ghosts, Gradius, Salamander, Alien Syndrome, Strider. Can't get that to work, unfortunately. Hey, this gun's alright. This gun's got potential. Not as much as this one though. This is the one I meant when I said you got to get the flamethrower. Right, 2 peeps left. Where's my time? I don't want to look. I'm scared. I'm missing something here. I'm sure it must be either... There's a Wii kind of update port of this as well, isn't there? I'm sure... Maybe it's the Spectrum, Amstrad, Commodore, Amiga, Atari... Well, I didn't play half of those. There's a version where you don't have to get everyone. And you can just leave. And be a bastard. Where's the time? Time's not in the same place. Where's this last person? There.
To the exit. Oh!
Oh! This would be the gun you need. Oh, fuck it. For this stage.
Round.
Oh, you get continues on this one,
Bomb is set.
but it takes you straight back to the first level. That's not called a continue game. That's called pissing Dave off. Yeah, the scrolling's definitely choppy. So obviously the resolution, we can't blame it for that. But I can I mean, if you've emulated the Sharp X6800, or if you have one, what's the deal with the scrolling? I'm saying everything else, the colours are better than the arcade, but that might be an emulation thing. The sound's absolutely bang on. It plays really nice, especially with... I'm going to have to go on the D-pad now. Especially with an analog pad. Shies and balls.
Round.
I'm terrible at this. There is a difficulty selection screen as well, which apparently has made bugger all difference to me. But it's this scrolling. I can't forgive it. It doesn't by any means ruin the game, but it's very noticeable that it's not as nice as the arcade. But again, I'll take the colours popping. I'll take the colours popping all day long. Again, I keep forgetting to get weapons. That's on me. Oh, that might be the one for the alien monster boss thingy, whatever he is. But I'm not going to lie, I'm not a massive fan of it. Right, let's change. I don't want map. I should probably use map. I know I've just said that before. I am aware I'm repeating myself. Very nerve-wracking and claustrophobic in this spaceship, alright? And I've got no body armour and I'm in pyjamas. I wish I had a turbo. Mind you, the turbo was pretty much useless, wasn't it? On the Astro City Mini. So yeah, is it arcade perfect? It's arcade perfect in every sense. It's arcade better in the colour, maybe an emulation thing, though, I openly admit that. But it is let down by its scrolling. That's unforgivable. Really, really is. Again, that might be on me, so by all means correct me, but it doesn't ruin it, but it is clearly noticeable. I don't think I can't have played this before then, because even if I hadn't done a video on it, I would have remembered that the scrolling is a bit pants. How many left? 4. God, he's useless against them. He says, and he takes them both out. Well, 3. Where's my time? I'm scared. Hold me. 2. Marines, we are leaving. Shit! Well, thank you for that.
Bomb is set.
There we have it. Alien Syndrome, the arcade, 1987 by Sega, running on my Astro City Mini. Fantastic. Colours are a little bit, you know, washed out. I think that is an emulation thing. I don't recall it being that washed out on main. So that's points off the Astro City Mini. But on the Sharp X6800, what I basically just said, music, obviously, you know, bear in mind the resolution, but the music, the sound effects, the graphics, the colours better. It's just the scrolling is a bit, well, it's very choppy, is what I would say, choppy. Anyway, as always, I'd love to know what you think, especially if you've played, well, the arcade on main, or the arcade. or the Astro City Mini, or you've played the Sharp X6800. What do you think? Anyways, always love to know what you think. Thank you very much for watching. I got massive hand cramp. I'd be a shit Space Marine. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later.